How does Santa really know if little girls and boys have been naughty or nice? He sends elves to homes to watch over kids and then they report back to the North Pole. And that is part of the story behind The Elf on the Shelf. It's a Christmas tradition, and co-author Shanda Bell joins us now to tell us more about the book and the tradition and why you should be doing this tradition in your own home. Good morning, Shanda.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here in Wisconsin.
So you had an elf on the shelf growing up.
I did. An elf from the North Pole used to visit my family when I was a little girl. And so recently my mom and I got together and decided to share the tradition that we had growing up with the world.
And it comes in a nice package. I want to show people here that inside is a book, the story.
It is. It comes with a 10 by 10 hardbound children's book and a real elf from the North Pole. So it is this elf's job to watch the children's behavior and report to Santa every night during the holidays.
Oh, and how does that work? How do you get your elf to start taking care of
watching and telling who's naughty or nice?
Boys and girls.
That's right. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to read the book as a family. And so you read the book as a family, and the book lets you know everything that you need to do.
Okay.
So the first thing you want to do is give your elf a name. You can register the elf's name on our website, elfontheshelf.com, and you get a letter from Santa about the elf checking in.
Okay, so first let's talk a little bit more about the book. And give us some ideas about what we're going to hear when we read the story.
Yes, it is the story of the elf on the shelf and the way that he watches children at holiday time. So the story starts at holiday time. This is a family tradition. So the elf is going to watch during the day, report to Santa at night, but in the morning before the kids wake up, the elf flies back from the North Pole just in time, and he lands in a different spot in the house. So it's like a hide-and-seek game for children.
That's fun.
It's so much fun for families, and I lived this as a child. Santa sent an elf to my home.
I understand there are rules.
There are rules, and it's so important to follow them. The kids can't touch the elf or his magic might go.
Oh.
So that is one of the special rules.
Is there anything they can do with the elf?
Well, you know what they can do that's so much fun, and it really adds to the specialness of the tradition, is they talk to the elf. They can tell him what they want for Christmas and apologize for bad behavior. So it's just really a special opportunities for families to spend time together.
Okay, so if you've never heard of the Elf on the Shelf, and I feel like I'm being watched right now by that elf on the shelf.
Yes, that's one of our plush elves. So one of the ideas behind the story is that the elf does go back to the North Pole on Christmas Eve. He helps Santa deliver packages, and he goes back to the North Pole. So kids were really sad that their elves had to go back to the North Pole. So we came up with the Plushie Pals, and those are elves that can stay year-round. Kids can touch the plush.
Okay.
They can hold them. They can sleep with them, play with them.
Okay, that elf you can touch, but the elf on the shelf that is working for Santa.
That's right.
Is one that you don't touch.
You don't touch.
But he is watching your every move, girls and boys.
He is.
How can someone get a hold of this book, this story?
Well, you know, I am going to be at
Bay Park Square Mall.
Bay Park Square Mall in the Hallmark store from 12 to 2 today here in Green Bay, signing copies of the book. So I would love the opportunity to meet families and just tell them about the tradition and the specialness that this brings to the holiday season. And I think another thing that's really important about this is that you can give one to the entire family. So in this economic time, it makes a real value for your money.
So it's about a $30 value. You get the book. You get the elf on the
from the
shelf.
North Pole, that's right.
And a family tradition that your kids will love, I think.
Yes, and this is something, you know, you don't have to use any batteries or anything like that. And it's a lifetime. So this elf visits your family for generations. So it's not something that you're giving that children play with for a week or a month. Well, it's something that they have for a lifetime.
Well, thanks for helping out Santa.
Oh,